Shapur I, known as Shapur de Takht meaning Shapur the throne, was a Sassanid king who ruled during the height of the empire's power in the 3rd century AD. He brought a golden era for Iran and became world famous. One of the famous stories about Shapur I is the story of his meeting with the Roman emperor, Valerian. In this meeting, Valerian obeyed him as the Roman emperor. But Shapur I not only did not accept Valerian's command, but also captured him and kept him in prison. This event shows the power and self-confidence of Shapur I towards the Roman emperor and introduces him as one of the greatest rulers of Iran in history. After the capture of Valerian, Shapur I decided to come to terms with the Roman emperor. He offered to set Valerian free if he surrendered control of some Roman lands. Under pressure, Valerian agreed. With this agreement, Valerian was released and returned to Rome. This was an important agreement that allowed the two sides of the Roman Empire and the Sassanid Empire to each retain some of their capabilities. This story shows the strategicness and intelligence of Shapur I, who benefited from agreements to strengthen and expand the Sassanid Empire. This story shows the strategicness and intelligence of Shapur I, who benefited from agreements to strengthen and expand the Sassanid Empire. He made reforms in the administrative and military system of the empire and supported culture and art. Also, Shapur I was famous for his medicine. He himself was an outstanding doctor and made many efforts in this field. He suggested Wiseman, a famous Roman physician, to come to Iran and work as a physician in the Sassanid Empire. This action raised the level of medical knowledge in Iran and strengthened the cultural exchange between the two empires. After the reforms he made inside the empire, Shapur I also developed relations with other empires. He took steps to strengthen relations with China and India and promoted trade. By increasing the economic and military capabilities of the Sassanid Empire, Shapur I was able to guarantee the level of security in the surrounding areas. This led to an increase in prosperity and peace in the society. In the field of architecture, Persepolis, known as one of the wonders of the world, was built during his time. As time passed, Shapur I faced challenges as he reached the final years of his rule. In the last years of his rule, some of the neighboring states of the Sassanid Empire expressed opposition to this empire due to internal instability and strengthening of internal power. Also, the internals of the empire were also facing problems, such as lack of resources and generational conflicts. These issues gradually had a negative impact on the stability of the empire. Despite these challenges, Shapur I continued to try to preserve and strengthen his empire until the last moment of his life. He died in 79 AD, but he left behind a legacy whose influence continued for centuries to come. After the death of Shapur I, the Sasanian Empire entered a period of instability and internal and external disputes. Shapur I's son and successor, Hormuz II, faced social and political problems that challenged the empire. Over time, the Sassanid Empire was strained and weakened by numerous invasions by the Roman Empire, as well as tensions related to the Achaemenids and the Turks. This situation, the subsequent kings of the Sasanian Empire could not achieve the same prestige and power that existed during the period of Shapur I. With the passage of time, the power of the Sassanid Empire gradually decreased, and finally in 657 AD, the Sassanid Empire collapsed and came to an end due to the waves of Islam. After the collapse of the Sassanid Empire, the region entered a period of profound and complex transformations and changes. With the rise of the Islamic Empire and the spread of Islam in these regions, new culture, economy, and politics were formed. In this process, many cultural elements of Sassanid civilization, for example Persian language, architecture, and art, exerted many influences on the new culture that was being formed. On the other hand, many Sasanian cultural and civilizational elements were continued by the Islamic Empire and introduced as part of Islamic culture. After the rise of the Islamic Empire and the developments that took place in the region, Iran played a very important role as an important part of the Islamic world and a cultural and scientific center. In different historical periods, Iran has witnessed the formation of different empires and governments, each of which has left an impact on the culture and civilization of this land. With the passage of time and political, economic, and cultural developments, different eras of Iran's history have been formed. This includes the ancient Iranian empires, Umayyad, Abbasid, Seljuk, Ilkhanate, Timurid, Safavid, Qajar, Pahlavi, and finally the Islamic Republic era. Each of these eras, with their distinctions and characteristics, have exerted significant effects on the history and culture of Iran. From the development of science and literature during the Safavid era, to the social and political changes during the Pahlavi era, and the cultural and social updates during the Islamic Republic, all have contributed to the formation of the rich and complex culture of Iran. With the path that Iran has taken throughout history, the story continues. After the Islamic Revolution in 1979, Iran became an Islamic republic, which faced profound changes in politics, economy, and culture. In the post-revolution period, Iran witnessed many changes in the economy and politics. These changes included the establishment of the Islamic Republic, economic reforms, changes in foreign policy, and strengthening the defense system. In addition, Iran continues to face challenges including international sanctions, economic problems, and internal political changes. However, Iran's rich culture and ancient history remain as one of the country's greatest assets. Along with the challenges, Iran continues to witness development and progress in many fields, including science and technology, culture and art, and social and economic infrastructure. We hope that the story of Iran will be directed towards a bright and hopeful future in which all its people will participate and benefit from it.